I just got Crying in H Mart for $1 and the condition is like pristine. I am so happy right now. Hi, I'm Manga Captor and welcome to a very casual, unplanned vlog. Thought it would be nice to just document the last week or so of 2024 leading into the new year. I actually went outside today for the first time in a while. Today was actually good weather for once. It was 40 degrees. So yeah, I went to a thrift store as you saw briefly and I found this for 99 cents. And this book is like retail like $26 or $27. Yeah, I'm checking right now, it's $26.95. So I am currently just riding the high of purchasing this book for dirt cheap. And it's also like in beautiful, beautiful condition. It's like whoever owned it didn't even read it, or they're one of those people that reads like this. You know what I'm talking about. Aside from going to the thrift store, I also just went around and walked, and I sat down for a bit to read my current read, which is The Devotion of Suspect X, and I am over 100 pages. I am at page 115. I've only been reading this since yesterday. It hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and I'm over 100 pages, which tells you that I'm really enjoying this book. Honestly, I don't feel like doing very much for the rest of the day. That's like one thing that really sucks about fall is that it's like currently 3 p.m. and the sun is like on its way down. So I'm just gonna be super honest, I'm probably just gonna read this for the rest of the day and play some video games, and that's about it. And we'll see each other in the next clip. Hello, it is update time. I have an enormous stack of books. I can easily just lean on them very comfortably. Some of these are library loans, so I do not own all of these books. Some of these were bought secondhand at the thrift store, and some of these were purchased at the library book sale, which is one of my favorite events at the end of the year. But before we get into these secondhand purchases and loaned books, I want to talk about the thing I read most recently, and that is The Devotion of Suspect X. I unfortunately didn't really enjoy this. I was really invested in the beginning and I thought that the interesting twist to this murder mystery was entertaining, but then it all kind of just fell on its face and I just didn't like it. In this book, there is like a famous detective named Detective Galileo or something like that, and he is not even a detective. He is a civilian, and all he really does is just make up theories, and he uses that as like evidence, and the real investigators believe him, and it's all just a bunch of nonsense towards the end. It really felt like a jarbled mess. So unfortunately, this does not get my stamp of approval. I just was looking for something that had a really amazing twist, but honestly, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I saw that twist coming a mile away. And so after that, I started reading The Left Hand of Darkness. This book makes me feel dumb. A lot of the words in this book I've just never heard of before, and I just have to constantly Google things, and it kind of breaks the atmosphere of the story. Honestly, this has been very dense and very difficult to get through, and I'm worried it's gonna put me into a reading slump, but I want to push through it. I want to learn more vocabulary so I can be all smart and stuff, and I just want to see what this has in store for me. Alright, so on to these next books. textbooks. At the thrift store, I picked up 2 books. They were half off, so they were only 50 cents each. And one of them is a nonfic. It's called A Street Cat Named Bob. This is a book about this cat on the cover named Bob and how he saved a man's life, and that is all I needed to know to pick it up. And the next book I got also for 50 cents is The Vanishing Half. This is a highly popular book. I don't know much about it, but for 50 cents, I am willing to give it a shot. And now on to the rest of this stack. All of these were acquired from my local library. First, I'm starting with the ones that I purchased at their end of the year book sale. And this one is such a funny find because, okay, I wanted to read Kitchen, and my local library had Kitchen in their inventory. So one day I made my way over there and I found out it was withdrawn, so I couldn't read it anymore, and I was bummed because I really wanted to check it out. And today when I was going through the sale bins and I found this, I was pretty happy. It's in really poor condition, like it's very beat up, but it's really nice to have a book from my library that was withdrawn because I love that library so much. So getting to have this directly from their shelves is so nice. And the next 2 things I got at the library sale, these were also 50 cents. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned that. All of the paperbacks were 50 cents and then the hardcovers are $1. So I picked both of these up. Together they were $1 and they're poetry books. I really love the covers. They had a bunch of these poetry books and I just picked the ones with my favorite covers. And honestly, 50 cents for these is really good because these go for $5.95 and they are pretty much in brand new condition. So the next books I have here are all Japanese textbooks. This one is Japanese for Beginners, which for some reason was selling for like $45. I don't know why. I got a collection of living language textbooks as well as audio CDs, which are great for learning. I'm really excited about this one. I got Elementary Japanese Volume 1, and I also got the Teacher's Guide. So that'll help with anything that I might get stuck on. Next up, I want to share with you some of the books that I have borrowed from the library, and one of them is Neighborhood Story. I was super excited when I found this on their shelves because I really want to read more by this mangaka. She seems to be one of the most legendary shoujo mangakas, so I need to read all of her works. I also picked up almost the entire series of Boys Run the World. This is a manga about a transgender man, and it also talks about fashion. It discusses how clothing can really give gender euphoria, so I'm excited to check this out. I also got volumes 3 and 4 of Blue Period from the library. I have volumes 1 and 2, and I just have not been reading this series, but my library has a ton of the volumes, so I'm just gonna read them using their services. And next up, I got all the Inuyasha volumes that they had. I checked this volume out like a while ago, but I actually never finished it. I got like halfway through and had to return it, so I picked it up again, along with volume 3 and volume 4. I also picked up Tomie or Tomi, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I checked this volume out in October. I read a little bit of it and then I actually got nauseous. But despite it being a nauseating read the last time I picked it up, I just really want to push through it because I want to read all of Junji Ito's works that are available, and this is one that I haven't gotten all the way through yet, so wish me luck. I am so tired. I had to carry all these books in here. I'm exhausted. I'll see you guys later. Hello everyone, we've made it. It is 2025. Congratulations, give yourself a round of applause. Like many people, I am concerned for the following year, but I am trying to stay positive and I want to embrace hobbies. I already do that, but I want to do it even more. And there are a lot of people that have been talking about that in podcasts and videos about how 2025 is the year of cozy hobbies, and I'm 100% down for that. I already set my reading goal for 2025. I have a realistic goal and then I have a stretch goal. So my realistic goal is 100 books and my stretch goal is 225. I would like to reach that number simply because it's similar to 225, and I thought it would be pretty cool. I don't really know if it's gonna happen, that's why that's my stretch goal. But yeah, my realistic goal is 100, which I know is totally doable because I did the numbers and the final count for 2024's readings is 222 books. Most of that is manga. That is the only way I'm able to reach high numbers. Otherwise, if I just read novels, I would set my goal to something like 10 books a year. Another reading goal that I have for 2025 is to use the library more often, and I encourage all of you to do this because libraries really need our support. They receive more financial support when you borrow items from them frequently. That means that they can buy more things like manga and video games and your favorite novels for you to borrow. It is 100% free to sign up for a library card, so I strongly urge you to sign up for a card if you don't have one already and make 2025 your year of being a library hottie. I don't feel the need to purchase as much currently, probably because I have such a large physical TBR as well as a digital TBR, so my mind is not on buying books. Thankfully, over the holiday season, I did receive a gift card as well as some gift money, and I'm going to use that towards books later. I want to focus more on finishing what I have before I buy more. I really want to make that habit concrete because towards the end of the year, I just kind of started buying and buying and buying and buying, and I wasn't reading what I had already. So that is definitely another big goal for the year. Read what I have before I spend more. So you can expect some videos where I'm reading through my TBR, and to celebrate once the TBR, both physical and digital, is done, we're gonna do a fun little shopping spree, a shop with me. Maybe I'll even let you guys vote and tell me what to buy. Although I don't know, don't hold me on that. Those are my goals, pretty simple. Read 100 books, maybe if I'm feeling ambitious, read 225. Use my library more often, and finally finish both my physical and digital TBRs before buying more stuff. That's my cat. I don't know if you heard her, but she is quite sick and tired of me doing this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am very much looking forward to what 2025 has in store for this YouTube channel. I have some really fun ideas, and if you want to see those ideas, go ahead and subscribe. And if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I hope that you enjoy the start of your 2025. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!